In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God, Amen. Dear friends, we'll start today lecture number 37 of the advanced course of the Coptic language class, presented to you by St. Mark Coptic Orthodox Church in Cleveland, Ohio. In lecture number 17, we started talking about the verbs, and we talked about 6 kinds of verbs. Then we started discussing the tenses, and we said there are 3 kinds of tenses. Present tense, which has four types. Past tense, which has 5 types, and present tense, which has another 5 types. We already discussed in other lectures until now the 4 tenses of the present tense, or the 4 types of the present tense, and the 5 types of the past tense, and we already finished 3 types of the 5 tenses, or of the 5 types of the future tense. Today we'll discuss to you the tense number 4, or the type number 4 of the future tense. Before we start our lecture, we'll revise to you the Coptic alphabet as we usually do every time. The Coptic alphabet is formed of 32 letters. The first 25 are coming all from the Greek alphabet, except that number 6 has a question mark about it, that it may be also coming from the hieroglyphic origin. The last 7 are coming all from the Demotic hieroglyphic dialect, which was the language or the way of talking of all the Egyptian people about 400 or 500 years before the coming of Jesus Christ. Let us read them together. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, S, U, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lola, May, Nei, Xi, O, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Taf, Epsilon, Phi, K, Epsi, O, Shai, Phi, Chai, Huri, Janja, Chima, T. This is the reference I'm using now. It's in Arabic, formed of 2 volumes, to discuss the grammar of the Coptic language. It's produced or prepared by the monk Andreas, one of the monks of the monastery of Amba Makarios, one of the 4 major monasteries of the northwest desert of Egypt, called Wadi Natrun, and it has another name, Desert of Shihit. She means measurement, heat means hearts, so the measurement of the hearts. This reference was introduced and revised by His Eminence, by His Holiness Bishop Amba Epiphanius, who left us and went to heaven recently. He was the chief and the bishop of the monastery of St. Macarius at that time of production of this reference. Let's continue now. This is the list of the future tenses. We discussed to you already the first future, the second future, the infinite future, and today we'll discuss to you the imperfect future. Why they call it imperfect? Because that's a future which is predicted by somebody talking in the past tense. Like in the previous days, somebody was prophesying that in the future this may happen. But he is not sure how it happens and when and what are the details of the future incident itself. That's why we call it the imperfect future. It's characterized by three important components here. The first component is nei alpha here. This presents the past continuous tense. Then it's followed by, as usual, with the connected pronoun of the subject. Then followed by another nei alpha that presents the component of the future or the article of the future. Then the verb in beige color. Here the verb I chose for you is yota jenkem. It's a complete verb that means to come. Remember, when we close or when we finish our liturgy, we say about Jesus Christ, because you came and saved us. We say it in Coptic like this, Je ak I. Some people say it ak iya, and some people say it in a different way, but it should be ak I. The alpha in the beginning of the ak is for the past tense, but kabba is you, that's Jesus Christ. E is the verb which means to come, because you came. When you put alpha at the beginning, it puts the sentence in the past tense. So because you came, je ak I. Here, let's read it together. Nai na I pe. That's the second part here, or the third part component of the tense pay. The word pay here is not verb to be, as we learned before, because in previous lectures I told you verb to be is pay for masculine singular, te, tom for feminine singular, and ne for plural. But here, this pay here is for confirmation. It refers to the future incident we are talking about. Because it refers to one incident, the same incident, it doesn't change with a change of sex or change of number of people who are talking or who are prophesying. It says the same in all the sentences as we see here. We see here in that column. So that's why pay is the same here as you see it. So let's read it together. Nai na I pay. I am planning to come, or I may come in the future. Nak nai pay. Nak na I pay. You may come in the future. Here we use the K instead of kabba. So kabba is only used in the fifth kind, as we will see in the next lecture. But in all four future tenses, we use K for the second person masculine singular. So here, nak na I pe. You may be coming. Nare na I pe. You may be coming for the female. Here I use the re. Ro a. Ro a is a complete verb that means to do. Naf na I pe. He may come. Nas na I pe. She may be coming. Nan na I pe. We may be coming. Narete na I pe. You may be coming for plural males and females. Nav na I pe. They may be coming. Nari na or nari, the priest, for example, or nari p presbyterus, na I pe, the priest may be coming. Let's discuss that tense in more details now. and get some examples to discuss, to understand it. The imperfect future tense. I put here time, it should be tense. Because the word "cu" means either way, either time or tense. Imperfect future time or tense. It is used to denote what was about to happen, an event that was going to happen in the future. A view of it in the past is not clear. It is considered that it is finished from the speaker's point of view, which means the speaker who is prophesying is sure that this future incident may happen, but he doesn't know the details, when or where or how or what are the details of that incident in the future. The name of that tense, we read it here for you in Coptic to understand how it is named in Coptic. It is number 4. So this delta with a dash above is number 4, and it is pronounced F2. F2 means 4. As I told you in lecture number 8 in the primary class of the Coptic language, I told you that we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Coptic language, since the Coptic language was one of the primary 4 languages from which all the world languages came out. You know, the 4 main sources of language in the world were Arabic, Hebrew, hieroglyphic, which is the Coptic we are talking about now, and Aramaic. So, in all these languages, they didn't know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or math the way we know it now. So we used the Coptic alphabet after putting a dash above each letter to make it a number. Here, delta is number 4 letter in order. So when I put dash above, it becomes number 4 and it's called F2. P seyo, P iota, that is the infinite article for masculine singular. Seyo means time or tense. Esneyo, future. I told you before that the word nei, o, epsilon without the eta, if you remove that eta, it becomes now, like now in English, which is present time. When I add the eta here, it becomes future, neyo. So now or neyo, now is present, neyo, future. S or et is the demonstration article, which can be this or that or those or these, etc. It should be et actually, a taf, but we changed it into theta since it is followed by nei, one of the 7 aspirated letters. What are the aspirated letters? Those are the 7 letters where we use the whole mouth to pronounce them. And I made a mnemonic for you if you remember. Vern lom, vita like B, iota like I, like this I here. Rho like the P, but it is rho. Nei like here. Lola, which is inverted Y, O, and May, which is like the mu we use in science. So any one of these 7 letters, if it follows the infinite article or the demonstration article or the possession article, we change the P into Fei, or the T Tom into theta, or the kappa in some verbs into K like the X. I'm just revising to you so you can remember. So now we read it together. Number 4, F2, PCU, the tense, SNU of the future. Now, the third word here indicates what kind of future tense. Now, with the genkem, that is the word of, one of the three possessive articles by addition. Those are the ne genkem, may genkem, or ente. All the three mean of. So, ne genkem is of. At, alpha, taf is a prefix which is meant to give negative effect. So when I put at before any noun or adverb or adjective or any sentence, it put that word in negative. Like the nejenkim on. You see? That's another way to put the sentence in negative. So at means no, negative. Jik means incomplete or imperfect. Jik. Janja, ita, kappa. Incomplete or imperfect. So now let's read it together. F2 PCU SNU N ajik PCU the tense SNU of the future in ajik which is incomplete or imperfect. So now we understand the meaning of the word. Let me repeat again, the imperfect future tense, it is used to denote what was about to happen, an event that was going to happen in the future. A view of it in the past is just a prediction. It is considered that it is finished from the speaker's point of view, which means whoever is prophesying consider that incident that it should happen in the future, but he is not sure of the details. Let's get some examples to understand that tense. First one, my brother would not have died. Who said that sentence? Remember when Lazarus was sick, they sent a message to Jesus saying, your beloved friend Lazarus is sick. Please come and heal him. Because their knowledge or their faith at the time was limited, that Jesus Christ is only able to heal from these sicknesses. But they were not sure he can do anything after death of the person. So they asked him, please come in to heal him. Jesus intentionally didn't come and waited for about 2 to 3 days until Lazarus died and was buried. Now, after he was buried, he said to his disciples, let us go and visit Lazarus' house. So Matthew said to him, oh, we are going to die with him. They were not sure what Jesus would be able to do after the death of Lazarus. So when he arrived to the house of Lazarus, Mary, the sister of Lazarus, said to him that sentence, if you were here, my brother would not have died. So that is the future she's talking about, as if Jesus was present, Lazarus would not be dead now. That's the meaning of this kind of imperfect future tense. Let us say it in Coptic. Na re. Re is a complete verb, means verb to do. Na re, pa son, pa my son, my brother. My brother would, na mo may alpha o, may o epsilon is a verb in Coptic that means to die. Naro will die. So if my brother would die, not, and here is not, pay, for sure if you were here. So nare pason, my brother would, namo die, not, an is not. Pay for sure if you were here. You see my point? You see how it is? The first na is the past continuous. Re means verb to do. Pason, my brother. Namo, wouldn't die. An, that's for the word not. pay for confirmation. Another sentence, I would have sent you away with gladness. This sentence would have been something in the future. I would have sent you happily if you behaved good, for example. So na here for past continuous tense, iota me, the other na, nay alpha, for future tense, o orp, that's a verb that means to send. Kabba you, I would have sent you, pay for sure, geen with o nof, o epsilon, that's for infinite form. Onof originally is a verb that means to rejoice, but here it's coming like a noun, rejoicing. So I would have sent you with rejoicing or with gladness. Next sentence, Naritin narashi pay, you would have been happy. You would have been happy. Na here for the past continuous tense, naritin, you for plural males and females, na would be, rashi happy, pay for sure. You would have been happy for sure if you behaved in this way or if you listened to the commandments of the Lord, for example. Two more sentences. This sentence here, nobody would have been saved. This sentence was said when Jesus Christ was talking about the end of days, and he said to them, the end of days will be very hard, but the Lord will shorten these days to help the believers, because if the Lord didn't shorten these days, nobody would have been saved. That's how he said it. So let's say it in Coptic. Na, that's a past continuous. Epsilon is pronounced like V, Victor, them, males and females. Na, for future. So nobody would, Nohem, saved, an, would have been saved. Pay for confirmation, for sure. I mean, and J here means I mean, Sarex Niven, everybody. I mean everybody. So no one or nobody would have been saved if the Lord or the Father didn't shorten the bad days of the end of the life. Last sentence, this sentence here, man would not have lived on bread alone. Remember when the devil appeared to Jesus Christ after he fasted 40 days, he gave him a stone and said to him, and if you are the Son of the Lord or a Son of God, order this stone to be bread so you can eat. So Jesus answered him and said, man would not have lived on bread alone, but on every word from the mouth of the Father. Let's say that sentence in Coptic. Nare, here a complete verb, which means verb to do. Nare, no doing. Piromi, no, nare, no, piromi, nobody. Na onch will live. A with the genkim, that's the object, article of object, talking about everybody. Oik, bread, with the bread. Emma vatf an here for negation. Nobody will live on the bread at all. The word emma vatf, emma with the genkim, that's a possessive article by addition. Mavat means one or alone. But this word, it can be connected to different connected pronouns. So if I say mavati, that is me alone. Mavatka, you alone. Mavati, or mavati, you alone for the female second person, singular. Mavatf, him alone. Mavatz with the sima, her alone. Mavatn, we all of us, males and females. Mavatin, you plural, males and females. Mavato, them, males and females, plural. So mavat, remember how it is connected to personal pronouns, as I told you now. So the whole sentence, nare piromi, no man, na onk can live, e oik with the bread, mavat alone. And here is the word not. With this, I'm finished my lecture about the fourth future tense, called the imperfect future tense, and we have one more to come in the next lecture. Thank you for attending this lecture, and thank you for being careful to learn very well the Coptic language. Until I see you in the next lecture, God bless all of you. Thank you very much.